Welcome to Simply Magnificent Black and Bold with Court. Thank you for joining us today on our podcast. We are back in the stew. We have the opportunity to have Brain today on the podcast. What's up, Brain? How you doing?
And man, we here, we black, we excellent, moisturized, amidst this shutdown. But everything is good though. God is in control.
Definitely. And with that, and this shutdown is something serious, very serious. A lot of people are impacted. And we just want to make sure everybody stays strong, stay, like you said, God is in control. And we're just here to have a space where we can talk, be unapologetically Black, and show Black excellence. So, Brain has definitely been working out here with his new music. So, what's going on with your music?
Um, it's been good. Uh, I think where I'm at now is just all the recording is done for this project. The intro, the outro. I think what's going on now is just refining it. As of my last session, about a month or so ago, I took some of the songs that were, I wasn't able to find the instrumentals for because I recorded them over 2 years ago. Took some of those, redid some instrumentals in house, in home,
Nice.
took some snippets, extended them with my producer, and then was able to re-record over them. So now those songs that were still fire in the beginning, they have a much more mature tone to them. One, because my delivery of me knowing the lyrics instead of reading from my book and reciting them in the booth, actually knowing them, having had lived with them, as they've grown with me as my artistry has grown. It's allowed for me to kind of breathe new life into those songs, and those will probably be some
Nice.
of the ones we'll play tonight. Um, but it's just been it's been a good thing to see the growth in my skill set, and then because these songs now have a different energy to them, the sequencing of the album is probably my biggest thing right now. Just getting the sequencing right so it feels as cohesive, and it gives
Mhm.
each track its own individual staying power, but it still feels like it is, where it needs to be as a project.
Nice. So, like, when you did your project, reworking on it, did you work with different producers, or how did you find your producers?
I think what made it, I'm very blessed and very lucky. Definitely want to give a shout out to Hef. Want to give a shout out to
Mhm.
Tan, the two of them. Hef has been working with me, helping me really get my music together, even learning how to really execute in the booth. From
Nice.
start to finish. We've been doing this for well over 2 years now. I think I have over like 40 songs recorded as of now. So he's been a big help in definitely mastering and setting aside that time for us to actually curate and pushing me to just, hey bro, you can't come in here and your verses aren't written.
Yeah.
So he's like, we're not doing no forcing anything. If it's not finished, if it's not fully formed, we can table this for later, but we're not going to come in here and force what doesn't need to be forced. So that's
Mhm.
something, him holding me accountable for that. And then Tan, not only is he one of my supervisors in my job, but he's really just been a big brother, really to both of us, helping Hef with, making his own instrumentals, working on his sampling. And then with me, both providing a lot of instrumentals and a lot of sound and a lot of technical, know-how with
Mhm.
us because, Tan is both me and Hef senior, me being the youngest out of the three of us, Hef being a little bit older than me, and then Tan being older than both of us. He has a certain like je ne sais quoi and expertise that can't be taught. And then his
Nice.
genuineness and him just giving us gems, giving us, a lot of the time and that mindset that we haven't, both from lived experiences, but both as well as the music side, has allowed for both of our skills and prowess to really you know skyrocket. And then
Nice.
between the project that I'm my first project and the second one that I'm working on now, I think Tan has maybe like 6 to 8 placements, like where he's done the instrumentals for these projects. So it's just it's a good thing.
That's
Some of these are paid for out of pocket. Other things is like this is for the, I guess, the love of his little brother, because he just wants to see me
you
be
want to see
able
that
to
grow.
execute and be a part of the journey that is my artistry. So I'm
That's
very
beautiful.
fortunate, very blessed to have
Definitely.
the quality and caliber that I'm around.
That is one thing when it comes to like music. I feel like you are what you surround yourself with. That's like in life too, but definitely with like music. Like when you sent me your music before, and I was listening to it. I was in the car, and I was just like, "Dang, this." I actually was like, very driving down the street because like your wording and the instrumental was just like my wife was just like, that's." I said, "Yeah." I said, "Okay." I said, "Yeah, he's definitely been in the studio working, and you've definitely been putting in work since we talked last time on the pod." So that's
Right.
why I was like, I had to definitely get you back on
I
because
appreciate it.
I definitely have been seeing you. I know it was like one time you were like, it's like a couple of months ago, you were like playing your music uh, at like one of the functions at the beginning, like getting ready, and I was like, yeah, that's the work. That's what we need to see. Like the motivation that gave me motivation to actually put back in work in the podcast because
For
it was
sure.
just like you you're doing this on your own. Like you said, you're putting your own money into this, and sometimes you need that helping hand and someone you can just see someone and just talk to someone like you've talked to me outside of this, and that helped me be like, okay, I really want to put more into my work. So that's why I'm like, bruh,
For sure.
you help me. You help me
For
more
sure.
than you know. More than you know. But so with your music and your producers and your instrumental, what do you look for in your instrumentals when you're rapping? Is there anything in
Uh,
particular? Or
um,
like
that's
what you're vibing on right now?
that's a conversation that me and Tan have all the time. He's like, "Bro, did you get the beat I sent you? Did you get this? Did you get this? What do you think about this? What's something that you think when you go to write? I think it's just how it feels.
Okay.
A lot of my music is Tan says, bro, I like the fact that you create with current events.
Yeah.
Um, Poetry is my foundation, as you can see in the tagline: poet, rapper, chocolate philosopher. Um,
Yes.
Poetry is my background, is my foundation. So a lot of it was coping mechanisms, but it's me telling real events. Like I wasn't slanging drugs and carrying a pistol to put food on the table or anything like that. Fortunately, I didn't have to live like that, but
Yeah.
everything I've put on wax or I've recorded has actually happened. I don't do any exaggeration with it. So I think when a beat, I get goosebumps. Goosebumps is a very good sign when I hear an instrumental. If it's like, "Ooh," I'm making a stank face. Oh, we
Oh yeah.
got one. Oh,
Got
we
him.
got one. I'm going
Make
dummy.
the hair
Uh,
on your arm stand up
yeah,
real quick. Yeah.
once I make the stank face, it's like, all righty then. Well, hey, I'll be writing to this. We'll be in contact soon, Tan. Appreciate you. And I just
Nice.
attack it like that, and then it's just applying the formula. But you never know where it's gonna go. I think it's just a feeling thing. Samples that remind me of my childhood, those old R&B songs. There was it's like an older, I think like from like the 70s or 60s, and it's like "Payback is a Dog," and that's the sample, and the title of the song is like "Payback is a dog, oh is a dog." So those type of instrumentals are like, that makes it easy because the title will kind of point you in the direction you want it to go. Um,
Mm,
I think with Tan will send me beats like, bro, I know this is not something that you'll normally get on. And for me, it may be a certain pocket that I can find myself in very naturally, but he'll send me things that are still just outstanding. And it's like, it's fine because this is a challenge. This
yeah.
is lyrical exercise for me. So it pushes my pen, and I don't want to always make music that's predictable. I want people to be able to, of course, gravitate and understand and find themselves in the lyrics, in the verses, in the instrumentality of the beat, to find themselves in my music. But also, I have to make sure that whatever I put forth, whatever my product is, especially with this being my baby, being my first one, um, ownership is key, and
Yeah.
putting out a good quality product, something that people can find themselves in, is it's imperative. It matters most.
It definitely does. That's one thing I feel like a lot of artists, you have to be able to relate to actually feel something. Like
Right.
that's what I said. Like when you were rapping, I was just like, okay, the poet, you could definitely tell the poet side. And I was just like, so what is it? It was one of the songs I was listening to. What it was something boy, Bubble Boy. No,
Oh, Bugle Boy.
Bugle Boy. That was
Yeah,
actually
with the
one of my favorite
trumpets.
ones.
I'm
Yeah,
glad
that
you
was
like that
actually
one. Okay.
that was actually one of so key listeners out there actually wanted to play the trumpet in high school band.
Okay.
T.
Tough.
Um, but I actually did percussion.
Okay.
So, but shout out to
I'm
uh
glad you like that one.
yeah, I really was just like I think I played that song like 3 times. And I was like, I said, I wonder what was he thinking during this song. I said, I really vibe with this. And I was just like, I needed to find it. I'm like, so if the listeners, do you have anywhere like where listeners can listen to it? Or I know we're gonna listen to some of the songs, but do
So
you have
with this
what's
with this
going on?
government shutdown, man, it is slowing up the process.
Understood.
But honestly, I need to just start dropping singles at this point. I know there's parts of the project that are solely my own already. There's
Okay.
things that I've already had purchased as far as instrumentals. So I just need to go back and look over my contracts that I've already purchased and just start putting some of it out. Some of it's ready to come out, tonight. Um,
Okay.
but my thing is just wanting to have that, wanting to be able to have the rollout. But there is no proper time to put out art. I think art is a daily thing. You're always creating, always going through things. So I just got to do it, really.
Yeah.
Uh, if I wait for the government or for the world to be perfect for me to put out my art, it'll never come out.
That,
But I'm ready for it to see the light of day, just as much as you are. It's got to
that
come out for
That's
sure.
something like we could look, we could put it on YouTube, Apple, and Apple is it's not, I don't know how easy it is, but it's definitely easy to drop it on Spotify or
So
SoundCloud.
it's not when it comes to the music is some people put out it as a mixtape, right? So they're not
Mm,
trying to monetize or make money from it. With the way I've tried to do my project, I've been, you know, working. So each instrumental, you either find it or you have somebody make it for you.
okay.
So either way, it costs money. So let's say I find an instrumental or a type beat on YouTube, like we had talked. I
Hmm.
find one of those instrumentals and it'll say free. It's free to record, but not to monetize or to perform it
Mm,
or to put it on DSPs. So you have to pay for that because that's somebody's skill. So like there's an entire marketplace that's dedicated to the instrumentals. Um, it's called one of them is called BeatStars. That's all one word. BeatStars.com. It has an app and then it has an online website. So you have all of these different people. And I mean, even some of like for instance, Meek Mill, there's a song that he did off of his last album. The instrumental he got off of YouTube from a guy he specializes in Meek Mill type beats. So they'll
sheesh.
find it. For them, they're making more money than of course I am. So it's nothing to drop 2 racks and say, here, bro, I'm gonna pay you for this beat. This is my instrumental. You'll get featured on it. More people will listen to you for this. Or it's like, all right, we're gonna pay him and we're gonna keep this in my back. We're gonna keep
Okay.
him in my pocket. We can use his instrumentality to be able to execute because he already makes beats that are geared to me. J. Cole did the same thing maybe like a year or two ago where it was a beat in particular where he was like, oh, I like this. And he got on it and he gave that person a lot of credit, a lot of
Yeah.
support for that. So for me, because I'm not trying to do it in a way where it's like it's 2016 and everybody just put stuff out on SoundCloud, but they don't have any owners or no rights to it. Like I want to really be able to perform this. I want to be able to perform it. I want to be able to have, be able to monetize it. So putting it out, I could have did that. As soon as I recorded it, it could have came out.
Yeah.
Um,
But we
Without
gonna
even
get
having
that
to
money.
master because of right the money. So
Yeah.
without
Yeah.
without me having to even go through a mastering process. So that's the second half. It's putting out the music. It's if the instrumental isn't free, leasing it, which gives you a certain amount of streams. You can't legally, I can't even stream the music if I don't lease the instrumental or own it. Because they can take it down. Because it's the intellectual property. So the
Yeah.
owner
Yeah.
of the instrumental can literally plug his his overlays, his
Yeah.
beats and his instrumentals, his drum sequencing overlay, plug it into a computer and search the database, and anything that comes back with it that doesn't have a contract that coincides with that person's name and likeness, they can scrub your stuff and then they own it and it won't come back out. So to
Yeah. Nah.
avoid that, let's put it out right the first time. Let's have ownership and let's make it happen.
I like that.
And then me being a bit of a perfectionist too. I'm in my own way, just a smidge, just a smidge.
Hey,
Um,
and there's nothing wrong with that because we do stuff what we do it perfectly and we want our stuff the way we want it. So I
it's
definitely,
gotta
you
slide.
know, yeah, yeah. I definitely understand, like you said, monetizing from it and making sure that it's yours because you want to make sure can't nobody take your stuff from you.
Right.
Just like, yeah.
And that's
So
what my mama told me, son, don't get up there and let nobody take your stuff now, baby. You make sure that you put your stamp on it and you make
yeah,
sure they hear you when you talk to them. So
yeah, yeah,
I gotta
yeah.
make sure, mom's like, well, all right, well, do you have your master, son? She don't know much about it, but she know a few of them key words. So I gotta make
Because
sure.
all of our parents want us to do
Yeah.
outstanding and they understand like first they have wisdom and they understand like, hey, I know my baby is look, to our parents, we are their babies, okay? So they're gonna make sure we right when it comes to, like you said, money, masters, just knowing what is for us. So
Yeah.
shout out to mamas,
Yeah, for real.
definitely.
That is
For
too,
sure.
shoot, man. Shout out
Yeah,
the whole
mamas, daddies, everybody, because
the
it's
Black
like
Village.
that's what I'm gonna say. The
It
village,
takes
it
a
takes a
village.
community. It takes a community, a village, everything to be honest. I, like if you don't have a village, I feel sorry for you,
Yeah,
but
it's cold
it's
outside
never
right
too
now. I'd like to have a campfire of some sort if I don't got no shelter over my head.
right.
So
And
it's important.
always having a village is more than important. Like that's the way people feel wanted and just the bond. But like
Yes.
yeah, like my brother was saying, like it takes dads, it takes moms, it takes sisters and brothers, and that's why he's here today because he was just like, yeah, we're gonna make this happen.
We have to
But
execute, man.
yeah, we definitely do. So I
Changing
want
my
to know.
lights, changing my lights to be like you.
This what I was like. I was
Trying
looking.
to
I
get my
was
blue lights together.
like, look, we
gotta
gotta
rep
get.
this. Gotta rep the set. Gotta let them know what it is.
That's why I
It's in those
said,
subconscious
look,
subliminals. I hope they understand.
blue light, always. That
Right.
um. But so with your songs and thing and your songs, is there what is your favorite song so far?
Let's look at the track list.
Okay, okay,
My
okay.
favorite song off of Growing Pains. Hmm,
Mhm.
Probably What's Up. I like
Okay,
What's Up. WZUP. That's one
okay,
of my favorite ones.
okay.
Uh, Bugle Boy is definitely one of my favorites too. And
See,
Reflect. I
okay.
think What's Up is one of the last songs I recorded on the album. The reason why it's titled WZUP is because I grew up watching Martin with my brother. I'm 26. My brother's 10 years older than me, my brother LJ. But a lot of my formative time with my brother, outside of us play fighting and practicing going Super Saiyan, um, we spent a lot of time watching Wayne's Bros and Martin and Fresh
Yeah.
Prince and different things like that. So Martin had a radio show called the radio station he worked at was WZUP. What's up? What's up? What's up? You feel me? So the
That
the
part.
the hook for the song is A&R queuing up. Let me set the record straight. Good kid at the barbershop. I promise I won't duck a fade. So that's basically Martin's job was an A&R. So it's an A&R queuing up. Let me set the record straight. And it's like a double, triple entendre because this is, me queuing up this song, getting the song together, the work that it takes to make the song start to finish. And then this is me setting the record straight, like getting things in accordance based off of what you're hearing, but also setting the record straight because this is literally me juxtaposing myself to the music. So that one's just
Yes.
fun because it's very like it's a feel good song. It's one
Hmm.
of the newest ones, and it's very like I had a lot of fun.
I can see it in your face,
I
bro.
had a lot of fun recording that, man, and it's insane. Like respectfully, not to toot my own horn, but drifting off with pencils in my hands, can't get led astray for trying to be Michael Jordan, get your life put at stake.
Yeah.
Um,
That
so
that lyricist, it
can I
just
break it down a little bit,
you can. You
please?
can. You can. You got
So A&R queuing up. Let me set the record straight. A good kid at the barber shop. I promise I won't duck a fade. You know them bad kids be getting in the barber chair and the neck be getting toe up for the. They be running and trying to fight the barber and everything.
it. Yeah.
So, you know, a good kid at the barber shop. I promise I won't duck a fade. We not running from no smoke. I'm with all manners of what's the word? People approaching with adjacent tendencies. I'm more ready and we built for whatever. Drifting off with pencils in my hands, can't get led astray. Uh, Sleeping on the competition, but drifting off with a pencil in my hand, sometimes your pencil will trace. I can't get misled. Basically, I'm very much on my square, on my P's and Q's, and I'm paying attention to what's going on. And then for trying to be Michael Jordan, it's like a play on words with for trying to be Michael Jordan. So for them trying to be great, get your life
Mhm.
put at stake, but also sinners from trying to Michael B. Jordan, get your life put at stake. Because sometimes they're trying to be greater for being greater than me, or they're trying to aspire to be great, but playing with me in pursuit of what they think is greatness, they could lose their lives. But also for trying to be Michael Jordan, sometimes
Yeah.
brothers and sisters can be leeches, bloodsuckers,
Yeah.
parasites, in fact, symbiotes, whatever you want to call it. And they have to understand that, like, for trying to suck the life or take the air from under our wings. You and I had that conversation recently as well. For people
Yeah.
trying to tarnish what we've worked so hard for, the things that we stay up at night, the things that also get us up out of bed in the morning, for trying to step on that or take the life out of it, their life could get put at stake. So that's why it's like it's such a crazy opener, because it's like 8 different topics and
It
it's
is.
still at such like a high voluminous energy. So that's why I was like, that's a really fun song. And then tying it in with WZUP, people are gonna be like, what's up? But they're not gonna,
Yeah.
if they don't catch
I,
it, it's not gonna mean
what's
anything to them. So
but yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Okay. Look, I love that. So, like, did you want to play some of that song?
We definitely
Okay.
can.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, definitely for sure. That's why I was like, look.
Is it too loud in the feedback?
No, it's good. It's good.
Cool. Let me set the record straight. Good kid at the barber shop. I promise I won't duck a fade. Drifting off with pistols in my hand. Can't get led astray for trying to be Michael Jordan. Get your life put at stake. Technically, we all born sinners, like what J. Cole say. Sticks and drum kits. If you wanna go bend for bend like Coldplay, come and catch me if you can. Gingerbread man, it be a cold case. This new chick more better than the last. Yes, I'm from my old bay. Having so much motion, vertigo. Now you seeing double. Keep my chrome, who clone Tyrone. We stand off in the huddle. In game on the bench, pressing to break a record. I understand the struggle of transforming, but the hate be unbecoming. Life gave me medicine that had me sick to my stomach. Contracted indigestion, but my intestines won't plummet. Step back from
Mm,
everyone to plan my journey towards the summit. Just expect me to pop out when I'm ready, like Haley's Comet. Middle finger to anybody that wanted with me. You must be ill-advised. My foot on y'all necks, and if I continue to step, I may be paralyzed. Pain emanates from my chocolate eyes. Slope intercept forward, 1/1, still I rise. Shit, A&R queuing up, man, let me set the record straight. Good kid in the barbershop, I promise I won't duck a fade. Tripping off with pistols in my hand, can't get led straight for trying to be Michael Jordan. Get some my future. Yeah, man.
I like that. I like that. I like that. So, listeners, we're gonna try to get him to, we're gonna work with him to get this
Two.
out, this project out. Whatever you need, we gonna try to help you, brother. Okay.
It's coming,
Okay.
man. It's coming.
Okay.
We get ready to get out of this government shutdown.
That part.
I'm about to transfer careers and whatnot. So,
Okay.
Lord's willing,
Okay.
everything goes well with that. The money will be back flowing, and so will I. Because there's much more to create. We're not stopping.
Definitely.
Not a,
Definitely. Can't let the government and this world stop us at all.
I'm
That's
still
yeah.
I'm still trying
Yeah.
to Millie rock on any block. I'm still trying to give my guy got for me. You put your
Hey,
partner
we
right.
good. We
Ah,
got
ah.
Definitely. But so when you were making this, like what is I want to say, what's your motivation to keep going? Like you
Um,
like we're just talking about like the shutdown and how like music is still your baby and so like what is that motivation? Where is it coming from?
uh, it's my therapy. It's my therapy. It's my healing process. Uh, this is this is all I have on some days. Um,
Nice. Yeah.
truly, in the last year of obstacles, this helped me really process what I was going through. I think I took the pain, I took the confusion, I took the frustration, I took the tears, going through one of the top three darkest parts of my life in the last year has really reinforced um, just how much this has kept me grounded. Um, I've turned to music when I didn't have a person to turn to, and
Yes.
it's helped turn me into the person that I am today. It's allowed me to be sharper, more refined. Like Chance the Rapper said, music is all we got. On most days, music is outside of God, because God
Yeah.
is a God given ability. Like we thank God for this blessed rap ability. Um,
Hmm.
so this has just been a I might have said this before on here on my last episode, but Lauren Hill
Hey.
says we are not gifted, but we have gifts. And so
Yeah.
this is my gift. And if God gives us something and you don't, you know, use it to not only glorify him and glorify his kingdom, but if we do not utilize these gifts, utilize these callings that he's put onto us, if you are not allowing yourself to do and make the most out of these things, you are doing a disservice and you can lose it. So this is something that is an extension of my predecessors before me. And this is something that's been, on my heart since a youth, since a child. So it's just, what else is there? I think this has come as close to me as breathing. I think I've taken kind of a step back, not on purpose. People at the job was hating. She was telling me I couldn't even write in my journal at the job. So
What?
yeah, but she's
That's not. Yeah.
She
Nah.
she 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 a little Anglo-Saxon adjacent, but it was a sister though. You know what I'm saying? She just
Oh no.
yeah, but she's a
No.
hater though. She's a hater. She's
No.
she's just naturally unhappy. She be trying to take people's job and stuff. So we can't give credence to devilish creatures, but it's
No.
okay.
No, you
So
can't let
that
this
that
at
that
all.
put a fork in things. But I know for me, it's just like I wanna write, but I don't want to have so much written that
Hmm.
then I get pigeonholed when I finally am able to go to the studio. So all things in due time,
Understood.
it's gonna get out. It's got to get out. I'm not gonna hold it for forever.
I love
Um,
that.
this is for the people. This is for me. This is for CJ, Goon, and Tavon back home. This is for everybody. I think everybody is just looking at it from the perspective of, hey, bro, put it out. But it's like, I want to own it as much as possible. And
Love it.
through that's crazy, crazy, super crazy. A comment that's popped up that somebody liked that I posted on another post, divine
Yeah.
timing, and that's just what
I
it is.
love that.
It's literally that. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah,
Look.
focusing, divine timing.
Yeah,
It
I just
popped
saw
up.
it. Look.
So
Look.
yeah,
That's
just that, and it timed out on time too, and it's all live.
that's
So with all that being said, it's gonna do what it needs to do, and it's gonna touch what it needs to touch
for sure.
consensually. You feel me?
For sure.
But yeah, man, it's gonna go places. This isn't. I'm not trying to make this a career or anything, but if it can move mountains, then we gonna do that. If it move anthills, then we gonna kick sand on the beach. But it's
It's
gonna it's gonna do what it needs to do. This is me. This is my baby outside of my baby.
I understand that. That is where we are. Like with music, I feel like it's music for everybody. and everybody's gonna be like, either they're gonna like it, they're gonna hate it, they're gonna be whatever. But I'm gonna tell you this: your music definitely touched the people that were in the car with me. So you definitely will have a fan base. You definitely, yeah, yeah,
And then
yeah.
it's not a lot of profanity either. Like
It's not,
that's the other cool part I'm
yeah,
proud of myself for. Because a lot of people are like, yo, nah, I'm gonna listen to it, baby, but you're doing a lot of cussing. I'm like, nah, I'm really not. I'm
no,
really not.
no, yeah. It's like
Uh,
when when I was listening to it, I was like, the fact that it's not a lot of profanity. That's where, for me nowadays, new music is like taking it there. It's taking it to like, where's the soul at? I need, like, you can rap, but you don't have to cuss every word, you know? And then when I was listening to yours, I'm like, that's what we need. We need somebody speaking life into these babies, life into men, life into women, just life into the world. Because that's, like, I feel like what you talking about, like Chance the Rapper, music is all we got. Because if you don't, like, when I say I listen to Chance the Rapper all the time, and
and we were
it's
just at his
like,
concert. Both of us were just there at his concert.
definitely.
Got
And
to
it's
meet him and all. So it's
like like listening to him is like, he talks about everyday life, just like kids, like running it back. And that's what you were talking about, like growing up, like you said, going getting a haircut, not running away. And even like growing up with Martin, it's like, that's things that we did when we were young. And it's like these kids nowadays are kind of like,
they
they don't
don't
have Martin.
like I
They
was
don't
born in
have,
'99. I was able to catch the reruns, but
yeah,
a lot of these kids don't have they don't have the role models. And it's not to say
yeah.
that it's not their fault, but it's
No, not at all.
programming. They didn't want us to watch
Yeah,
a different world, or you know,
yeah,
the Cosby Show, hold the pudding pops. You know what I'm saying? But they didn't want us to have. We didn't have a lot of black role models. A lot of our black role models, like you ask these new kids who they look up to, they gonna say Soldier Boy, and they nothing wrong with
yeah,
King Soldier. You feel me? He was the
yeah.
first to do everything.
Definitely.
But
It's just, you need
we
multiple.
right. We thank
Yeah.
God for like
Yeah.
the Chadwick Bosemans.
Yeah. Yeah.
We thank God for the people that are trying to push the agenda. We thank God for the scissors, because if you look at
Yeah.
scissors on her, for instance, you look at her social media presence. You look at the things that she puts in the comments under posts. Like she like yeah, do your research. Yeah, lock
Yeah.
in.
Yeah.
You ain't up on this. So
You don't know your background.
not
So
at all.
no, no.
And sometimes you got to read these people their rights and hit them
Yeah.
with lefts.
D-
100%. So
but but so with that, did you want to play one more song and then we can,
we definitely can.
okay,
Did
okay, and
you
then we can
want me
wrap
to
it up?
play Bugle Boy, or did you want to hear something else? You want me?
We can do Bugle Boy. We can do Bugle. I was like, wait, yeah, let's do Bugle Boy. Yeah.
I got you. In life, you go experience some adversity. So I stepped up and it all worked out just like burpees be. Life started throwing punches, it was shaping me, not hurting me. And now I'm kicking ass like a black belt to the 12th degree. To
Mm,
be a virtuous man, you must master patience. I foresee a bright future ahead. My transition list shaded, been tested. Still running into obstacles, I'm in the gym pacing. They rather lock me in and rob me of my oxygen like food savers. The fruits of our labor is what we all should savor. Laughing at the mishaps of life as a comedy, false prophets, modern glorified rhetoric and philosophy. Avoiding fakes and wannabes, cause even Patrick Stars are known to bottom feed. I've
mm.
been hard on myself, I owe me an apology. Been leaning on my heart, tower of Pisa, it's like therapy. On my spine, they place of peace and cultivated. I ain't never typed the ops, think my methods outdated. With these first, the aim is taking game like PSN subscriptions. Weighing out my lane, I literally push love through my affliction. Metal on my side, as if I only had a part of pissing. Shuffle deck of cards, cause they never been in opposition. We could keep going, but
Yes,
I'm gonna
yeah.
pause it. I'm gonna pause it.
So
Um,
everyone just listening, that like when it starts off, so um so for me, the reason why I really love the song is because I love trumpets, yes, but I also love the words that you're saying in it, because it's just like, just because you get knocked down or you get hit with a 1-2, that don't mean that that's going to take you down. Like, yeah, like it says a lot.
That's
Yeah,
what the album
yeah,
is about. The album
yeah,
is literally titled Growing Pains,
yeah,
and it's a culmination of I'd say the 24, 25 years leading up to this. It's not everything, but it's a lot of lived experience, a lot of time, a lot of preparation. This project it's been some years in the making. So Bugle Boy is really just like a trumpet. It's like that. It's the Bugle Boy.
mm-hmm,
He's leading the march. If you look back in, I don't know how it
mm-hmm.
is now, but if
History.
you look back in the colonial and war times, the Bugle Boy would go before the army. He would go out, set
Mm-hmm.
the trumpet, set the tone, set the atmosphere. Announce that, okay, this is happening. You look back in like the times of like the gladiators when they had these big arenas and people would fight
Yeah.
for sport, similar to what we do now with boxing. The trumpets.
Mm-hmm.
Nowadays they got ring card girls. But back in the day they had the
Mm-hmm.
trumpets. So the trumpet is just sounding that a battle is going to be taking place, a spectacle is to be taking place, and so it being Bugle Boy, this is me sounding my trumpet. And it's the truth. A lot of my lyrics are not, they're witty, they're rap, they rhyme, but I'm really just speaking to you. And be like, but I don't want to rap. I speak, big speaker, and I don't know money bag, yo, but I'm really speaking because if I tell you in life you're gonna experience some adversities, you know,
Mm-hmm.
I stepped up and it all worked out just like burpees be. Life started throwing punches, it was shaping me, not hurting me. So it's really just it's statements I'm speaking to you. And it's the truth. So I think that's why I said you can't exaggerate. A lot of my lyrics are gonna say in life or through these experiences or due to this. Um, it's current event bars, it's real life bars. It's livable. So now it's not like just some far off thing where I'm talking about money, cars, clothes, and hoes.
Mm-hmm.
This is my experience, and through my experience isn't a monolith, but there's people that are gonna have their favorite songs
Yeah.
on the album.
Yeah,
So
for
yeah.
sure. For sure. That's so I listeners that's out there, um, I want you to put comments on our YouTube, Instagram, it's on Twitter, we on Twitch with it, look, we on
The
Instagram, everywhere.
all the
So
socials, man,
all
all
the
the
socials,
social
we
medias.
we on StreamYard, we be live on StreamYard. Actually, oh, and Pandora. I did so we got a new
Oh,
Pandora
tough,
too.
yeah. Shout out to
Yeah, I
T
know.
app. You know what I'm saying?
Uh,
Love.
we're on Spotify, we're on Apple, we're on every streaming platform you can think of. So
Right, right, right.
I would like our listeners, thank you for joining us today. And Brain, is there anything you want to leave us with or any updates or what's going on with yeah before we
Um,
end today?
it's not about what happens to you in life. Let's take the glasses off. You know what I'm saying? Let's get real esoteric on the folks, on the people, sending them off. It is not about what happens to you in life. It's not about what happens to your life, not at all. And I'm not going to tell you it doesn't matter. I'm not going to tell you that it doesn't hurt or it is not moving you in a certain way. It's not about what happens to you in life. It is about how you react. So, in the face of loss, in the face of pain, in the face of hunger, destitution, uh, life is going to happen. Life is going to transpire as long as we still draw breath. That is guaranteed. So it's not so much about, what this person did to you or the things you had to do to make it to the next day. It's about how you react to it. It's about what choices do you make when you're met with abrasion? What choices do you make when you're faced with what seems to be insurmountable odds? Those decisions that you make govern your outcome. Um, your propensity, your tendencies, your perspective dictates your outcome. So you have to power through the adversity. You have to push through the suicidal ideation, something that I battle with myself. You have to really dig deep, find things that ground you, whether that, be family, friends, or religion, whatever it may be, good, bad, or indifferent. React, focus on the reaction, and as much as you can, be proactive in this life. Uh, yeah, so we're gonna do that. Yeah, be proactive. You feel me? Like the acne cream, and and when life pops up on you like a pimple, make sure you let it come to a head before you burst it, because you don't want to splat
Just
all
go.
on your body.
I like that. I like that.
Keep your head on,
So
rockers on, stay prayed up. Everything gonna be good.
thank
100%.
thank you. So thank you for joining us today. Every
Yeah.
um and we just want to say that this was a very moving episode, and please be on the lookout for Brain's music, his second project, and he'll be back on the episode. He'll be back on the show.
For sure.
Definitely will be back for sure. So we want to say thank you for joining us today on Simply Magnificent Black and Bold with Court. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and follow him on Instagram. He can be found at Brain
Yeah,
on Instagram.
just add a dot and an underscore to it. I'll probably be like the fourth person down there on the list. But yeah, man, Brain, not Brian. Some of y'all
Yeah,
phonetically,
yeah.
not
I'm like
Brian.
Brain,
Brain. Be righteous and
Brain.
aspire to inspire nations.
That's what I said. Brain. That's why I was like brain.
Bro, people be
Yes.
like, Brian, is that
I
you?
said no. No.
Okay. Tastes like disrespect to me.
That part. With that, we out. We out. We out. But thank you.
Bow.
Bye.